Hello everyone, Social Coach Michael Knight here, and today we're going to be talking about how the structuring of modern society is making it almost impossible for you to obtain even the most basic pleasures in life. Things that used to be effectively free to everyone are now getting put behind a paywall, and they're being substituted for these cheap substitutes that they're going to force you to purchase instead. But before we get into it, please remember to like and subscribe, since that'll be doing us a huge favor when it comes to helping us grow this channel so that we can reach more people. For example, you now have followers instead of friends. You have contacts instead of connections. You have likes instead of true admiration. You now have Tinder instead of dating. Or now, my friend told me most recently, there's like 4 different levels of Tinder, and you have to pay to go up every level. It's like, if you even want a chance for someone to even see your picture, you better pay us money. What is this? This is crazy. You're paying. And guess what their business model is? They don't really want you ever off Tinder, right? If you ever left Tinder, that would be losing a customer. They want to keep you on forever. It's not even in their best interest for you actually to find love, right? It's just to keep you on that hamster wheel and keep you paying those monthly subscription, because you'll never find it if you don't pay a little bit more money. No one will ever see your picture. You're so desperate that you better give us to the super platinum gold plus level. What's that thing in South Park? Yeah, everything plus, the super plus level, if you even want a chance. We now have commentary instead of actual factual news. We have entertainment instead of information. We have distractions instead of solutions. We have pundits instead of leaders. We have indoctrination instead of education. We have debt instead of freedom. We have equity instead of merit. We have treatments instead of the cure. They just want to get you on. Why cure the disease if you can just get treated for it repeatedly and have to pay out of pocket for the treatment your whole life? You can make a lot more money that way instead of actually curing and solving the problem. That's actually the business model for a lot of people. That's not my business model. I want to fix your problem. You should come to me once, or over a course of a few weeks, or on a live program. We're going to work on it, we're going to fix it, and you're going to be done. I don't want to hear from you in 3 years' time that you still have the same problem. That means I failed at my job. They want you to live in the metaverse instead of in reality. We're all now going to video games. We have so little real adventure in our life. People find their adventure through just watching Game of Thrones, which is an awesome show, but the only adventure in their life is vicariously through others or through playing video games. We're now living in Zoom meetings instead of having those deep late night conversations over beer with friends at a bar. Our intimacy is now being replaced by OnlyFans, another subscription model where you just pay for the illusion of intimacy. Our activism now consists of virtue signaling performances instead of the enactment of any type of real type of change. You're told to go to your corporate family instead of ever having a biological one of your own. You consume calories instead of any type of nutrition. You are both literally and figuratively being force-fed garbage. You are being robbed of all the basic, real, important things in life, and instead being provided with cheap substitutes and alternatives that you must purchase using your time, your attention, your personal information, or your money. And then, when you finally develop depression, which is the only really sane outcome if you're a well-minded individual trying to live in a maladjusted society, what do they tell you to do then? They say, here's some more pills to purchase to solve your problem. They don't say, maybe why are you depressed? Look at your environment. Is there anything that you could change to maybe fix? Because I look at depression, maybe not clinical depression where it's real chemical, but I think for a lot of people, and a lot of people don't realize this, depression is a pain just like any other type of pain. If you put your hand on a hot stove and you go, that hurts, and you remove it, what was the pain telling you to do? The pain was saying the environment of your hand on the hot stove is not good for you. You need to change that. So you take it away and the pain goes away. Well, I think depression in a lot of cases, not all cases, but many cases, it's the same thing. It's your body telling you with a pain that there's something wrong in the environment and you have to take yourself out of it or change something in some way. It's an indicator, but it can be hard to find out what that thing is, especially when I listed so many cases and it's now seemingly everything nowadays. But that's what I think you should do. You should recognize it as a signal and start thinking, what can I change to maybe make the pain go away? And you should do that instead of just trying to numb yourself through playing endless video games, looking at porn, drinking alcohol, using drugs, etc. So, what's the solution? Well, I'm going to tell you what's worked for me personally, as well as for all my clients. and that is to develop your social skills enough, your confidence enough, your ability to effect change in the world through your own actions so that you're no longer dependent on the environment for anything you want, whether it's love, connection, success in some area. You need to learn to have the skill set to bring these things to yourself because it's clearly not going to be provided to you by the environment. But that's the great thing is, all those things I talked about before. It can be hard, it can be tricky, but you can choose to opt out of those options and instead plot your own individual course through life towards what you really want. And if you want some help with this, there's a bunch of resources linked to in the description below. For one thing, I wrote a whole book on attraction. So if you want to learn how to communicate in a more attractive manner, and if you want to learn the list of things that if you simply quit doing them, that other people would instantly start finding you more attractive, then you can check out my book. I also provide one-on-one social coaching, not just online, but also in person. I provide a service that is very rare in the world. Where else are you going to find a guy who will actually take you around the world on adventures and really push you out of your comfort zone and show you and blow your mind open and show you all the possibilities that actually exist? I've run programs from LA to Moscow, everywhere in between, and if you're interested in that and you're really ready to take your social skills to the next level, again, there's an application for that in the description below. That's all for today. A big shout out and thanks to my Patreon subscribers. Please consider becoming one if you haven't already. And as always, please remember to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Until next time, ciao.